All right, hello everybody, it's beau-hindman. This is the 2nd of June 2015. You know what that means? That means it's almost my birthday. Hey, this weekend. I'm way too old to be still playing video games, but that's the awesome thing about video games is I can play them as long as I want. And it's, I guess it's Tuesday. That means that it is a day to show off a new game or something that I've revisited a bunch before. If you're familiar with me, hopefully you are, then you'll know how much I actually... how much I adore this game, how much I've talked about it before. What's funny, is that this game has been, it's kind of been relaunched a couple times. I guess at first you might have been familiar with it as A Mystical Land, which was like 18 years ago. And then it was Villagers and Heroes. And now we're looking at Villagers and Heroes Reborn, which is what we're going to be looking at today. This is, just in case you wonder, this is going to be on the test server, so we're not on the live server, so you come and try to find us or anything, you're not going to find us. You can get the test server client, I believe. But today I thought it'd be fun to hang out and go through the game with some members of the dev team from Mad Otter Studios, and I'm talking to Damon today. Damon, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Damon, why don't you tell people who you are?
Okay, Damon Sly. My character on your screen is Zeke. For no reason in particular, and I'm the chief executive otter at Mad Otter.
Okay.
We don't have officers here.
Okay, very cool. And then we have Brandon, right?
Cameron.
Cameron. What did I say, Brandon?
Yeah.
I was looking at the chat room and I saw
that a lot, actually.
Okay. All right, Brandon, so go ahead, Cameron.
So my name is Cameron England. My community knows me as Diet, and I'm the lead designer for Villagers and Heroes.
I thought I knew the story behind the Diet nickname. Did I know that story? I don't know if I knew that story or not. Maybe we'll get I can't hear you, Diet, if you're speaking right now, by the way.
Yeah, it's an old username that I've had since I was a kid.
Okay, you cut out there for me. So, all right, so it's just an old new username. You just are obsessed with dieting. That's fine. All right, so what we're going to do is this. If you're familiar with the game, or if not, this is going to be I guess you could describe it as the new newbie area, huh? And basically, before you started off, it was a little bit more. And Damon, you'd have to back me up on this. It was a little less linear. Maybe it kind of dumped people out in the world a little bit too quickly or something, and so you guys and girls over there wanted to change that, and so this is kind of a new newbie area. What do we want to say about this area?
Well, so yes, before we were really focused on making the new area really, really simple and easy,
right?
Because we're worried about really hand-holding the gamers, the players, but gamers are pretty much, they know all this stuff, so we made it more. We focused more on making it interesting and drawing you into the player, into the world, instead of just like, oh, here's how you do this, here's how you do this. So I think people will pick it up. We still, made sure there's nothing too hard, but it's trying to make it more intriguing.
Well, one thing what you're talking about is pretty funny, because I play so many MMOs. In fact, if you know me, you know that Villagers and Heroes has been on my top 10 probably since I've played it originally, and literally lately I've trying to make a smaller list. I was talking to Damon about this the other day, and it kind of made him laugh at me when I said I'm going to pick out 10 MMOs to concentrate on, because I just don't get a chance to really get into MMOs because I write about so many and stuff. But this has always been one of my favorite, and I see what you mean, is that a lot of gamers are already familiar with the WASD movement and all that kind of thing. But you also want to make sure that you deal with the newbies who might be new to the game genre. So how did you balance that inside a new newbie tutorial? Did you just kind of trust that they were going to know what was going on, or what?
That's a nice sidestep your character's doing, by the way. You are a master at playing MMOs. I can see that.
I can even jump.
We still have the... oh, and by the way, I gave you some special boots if you want to put them on, so you can do flips. So we still have little pop-ups that explain things like WASD, but they come and go very quickly. And instead of having like a really small starter zone, it's much larger, and we pull them into the story right away.
Okay.
And you'll see that as we get started on the quests today. But really focusing on story, and then supporting story with music and voice and good quests and things like that, and having a bigger world with a lot more variety. I guess I'd say, like, maybe in journalist speak, it's like we were burying the lead. You know, all the things that were cool about the game you didn't see until later in the game, and we decided to expose a lot of those more quickly.
Well, for those who don't know, and I play with I know a lot of older gamers who might be like me and in their 40s. Isn't that crazy? I'm 41 on Saturday. Happy birthday to me. But I've been playing games for, 20 years, whatever, 15, 20 years. So a lot of them see a kind of a quote-unquote a little bit more stylized game like this, and it can't be serious. But one of the reasons it's been one of my favorite games is because it's this open-world sandbox. It's really, really... It's not open-world necessarily. There is some level-based or level-restricted areas like monsters who are level-based that you got to be careful of. But your skills, we'll go over some of this, your skills and everything that you do are just, it's insane. It's really, really cool stuff. I'm putting on my new stuff here real quick. I think you changed the inventory layout a little bit, made it a little more cleaner maybe.
Yeah, if you click on the face of your character in the upper left, then it'll open the various options.
Right. You jump twice as high when wearing these. I can even do flips. Whoa, look at that. I'm the best. Now, an item like that, those boots, are those crafted?
Those ones, I think. How do you get those ones, Cameron?
Noah GM.
Yeah, you can get them from a quest, and you can get them from the item shop.
Okay. There are a lot of crafted items and things, so we'll go over that. So typically what you're going to do is you're going to log into this new area because we're going to see this new stuff. I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go down and we're actually going to do some... Damon was nice enough to tell me what I'm going to do on my stream and sent me an entire list of things that I must do or he's going to kick me off the game and ban me forever. So the first thing we're going to do though is this is the newbie area. For those who are familiar with the game, this is going to look new. For those who are new to the game, this is not going to look new, or it's all going to look new. Yes, if you're noticing, there is a fantastic day and night cycle in this game. It's absolutely gorgeous. They added those new lighting effects a couple years ago, I want to say. But really, really fantastic stuff. It's one of those things that gives the game this realistic, stylized quality. So it's a very, very nice looking. You'll see the shadows actually growing longer and longer or shorter as the sun rises. Fantastic. Are there other weather effects like rain and snow? I can't remember.
No, the variations. There are variations based on what map you're on, but we don't do weather very much in the game.
Okay, let's get on that. I want weather, thanks.
But we do. I noticed that for taking screenshots, it's just like the real rules for photography, which is you take them in the evening or in the morning, and they look better.
I love the sun. When you guys and girls added this sun and lighting effects, you remember when you did the new pass? What was it, a couple years ago, year and a half?
Yeah, it was about a year ago. It was April of last year.
It added and the new shadow. It's such a dimension to the game. I love how the characters look very stylized, but the female and the male characters in the game are equally treated. The women have realistic armor. The men, look. And you know what I'm saying? And you can look.
Yeah, no, that's been a huge thing for our game. Absolutely.
I mean, if people look at me right now, I'm all wrinkled and beat up. If I can look ugly in a game, perfect, because I'm ugly in real life. So I want the game to reflect how ugly.
It's authentic.
Yeah, I want to be as ugly as I can be. All right, so we're gonna. Okay, so normally you get the little quest up there from Mathis. You come down here and you're gonna start it off. But we're gonna go ahead and go to Clementine. This is the star actress of the Summers Hollow. What is Summers Hollow, first of all? Is that where we're at now?
Yeah, it's the city we're in right now. It's on the island. It's on Ethos Island. So they're having a festival right now.
Okay.
It's like a special Summers festival that they do.
Oh,
and
heck.
it looks.
Oh,
yeah.
You just teleported me.
That's the magic of Cameron right now.
Okay, don't do that without warning me. I right-clicked right and did that, and I disappeared. I was trying to zoom out on the map, and I thought I teleported myself or something like that. By the way, guys and girls in the chat room, if you have any questions, be sure you ask them now, because what happens typically with my dev live streams is nobody asks a question. They're like, oh, this is fun. And then the last 5 minutes, they all scream out their questions. So if you have a question, ask it. If we don't get to it, if Damon or Cameron see it in the chat room and want to answer it, they can holler. But if we don't get to it, ask it again. Just don't spam it or I'll kick you out of the room forever and ever. Okay, so wow, this is like a real theater. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the story here? This is farther on in the quest chain?
Yeah, a little farther on the quest chain. At this point, you've learned that there's a play going on, and there's a star actress named Clementine de Clancy, and everyone thinks she's just this great celebrity.
But she's not.
Well, you know, you got to find that out.
Celebrities
But she's apparently this great actress that
Okay.
everyone is just amazed with.
By the way, one of the best
Putting her-
things in your design, art, and I've said this for a long time. Your artists deserve a raise or whatever. The clouds. Look at the swirling. I mean, just amazing. I love how they're stylized but realistic. So kudos on that. Okay, so I get here for the quest. Now, who do I need to talk to?
Clementine, she's down here, of course, front and center.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're okay. Cool. Now, are those things on the stage supposed to kind of look like amps, or are those shelves? Okay, cool. Never mind. Oh,
They could be.
I thought.
Yeah,
maybe,
they could be amps.
maybe like Marshall amps or something like that.
Darling, how do
Oh, voice acting. Very nice.
I always
Let me
make
turn up the in-game
point
a little
to
bit.
Mingle with the commoners before
I'll do
a
that in a
show.
second.
It lends
Yeah, you
such
could
an air
re-click on her, I
of
think, and she'd probably start at the beginning again.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn up the sound a little bit. Chat room, let me know if you cannot hear that sound very well. I'll see if I can turn it up a little bit. Let me see if I've got it turned up pretty high. Let me turn up the volume. There you go. Let's do that again. Nope, I clicked on diet. Diet, you're in my way. You need to take a diet.
Darling, how do you do?
Lovely voice.
I always make a point to mingle with the commoners before a show.
She called me a commoner.
It lends an air of gravitas to my performances. To be among the filthy and the vulgar.
I love her outfit. That's very
and
nice.
To hear of their struggles.
One of our artists made that.
Now,
Yeah.
You may begin.
So,
Why, to
We are
lavish
making
me
that
with
outfit
compliments,
available
of
to both
course.
men and women in the game.
Proceed.
oh, very cool.
Oh dear, a simpleton. Well,
Oh, darn! I clicked off of her.
darling.
Ah!
Why, to lavish me with compliments, of course. Proceed. Oh dear, a simpleton. Well,
We're gonna go ahead and wait
I've
for these
always
first
been
few
known
voice
for my
acting things. Now, this is new for the older players. This is all new for them. Which is fantastic. Hey, now wait a second. Who are you calling feeble-minded or filthy or vulgar for that matter? Number one.
Oh, you poor thing. I haven't a yo-yo to offer you, but I'd be happy to give you an
Autograph.
Would you like an autograph?
Well, she wants to make sure you understand the words.
Well, that's very nice of her to take pity on me.
Now you may resume your pathetic adoration.
Oh, you're an awful woman. I wish people like you would disappear forever. Do I get a choice?
No.
Sometimes you have a choice, though.
You don't this time.
Well, okay, that's very nice of you to pick for me.
Pardon? What did you just say to me, you filthy little
Oh, and your
ant?
voice is picking up a little bit there.
What's happening to me? I feel...
Oh, sweet. She's going to disappear. Ah! Oh, look at the screams. Oh, they're all scared. Oh, that is brilliant. She was a punk anyway. No, who liked her? What game is this? If you look up at the title of the stream, if you're on MMORPG.com, you can't tell, but if not, it is called Villagers and Heroes. And we're looking at the new Reborn content, which means that it's getting relaunched with some new stuff. We're looking at some of the new quests with developers chat room because they asked if you have any questions for the developers. Let me know. It looked like Clementine de Clancy vanished right in front of me. She said I was doing something bad to her, but I wasn't. I did not make Clementine vanish. I should have asked around and find out what happened. So basically, I literally made her vanish, and she is gone. Now
What are you doing to our game, Bo?
Dude,
You're killing our characters.
I don't know. Oh, who am I? Oh, I'm clicking on. Literally, I'm clicking the characters. Okay.
You villain!
I heard you say she wished she'd vanished. No, I mean it literally. Okay, so the quests are updating as you go around and ask the questions.
You villain.
They're all calling me a villain. Well, I didn't do nothing.
I don't know. I saw it. You talked to her and she
I
disappeared.
don't know. I think there's some GM magic going on. But I didn't do anything. Arrest Bo. What? Cool, let's talk to the constable. Cool, I want to get arrested.
You.
What have you done to Clementine? Evil magic is this. I'm arresting you in the name of King Leo. Now, King Leo is he is a king, right? He's in the main
He's
town.
in Ardent.
Ardent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. If you've been playing a while, we'll be able to go back and do these quests. I'm glad you asked that question, chat room, real quick, because if you're a current player and you want to go back and do these new quests, Damon, while I'm talking to the constable here, why don't you tell them how they can do that?
Yes. So a big feature that we'll show later on the live stream is it's one of the reasons this is called Reborn, is you can rebirth your character. You can start over at level 1. but you gain levels at a very accelerated rate, and you keep all of your gear and crafting levels. But since the game's always being improved by the otters here, people don't always see the new zones because they've changed so much. So when they do a rebirth, they can start over and they can see all this new content in a meaningful way, you know. And they can level up again. So
there's gonna be a lot more questions asked about that. So I'm sure you're gonna have a FAQ and everything about the Reborn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, because Reborn. Do I lose my stuff? Do I lose all those questions? For example, they. Oh, cool. So I took the truth thing and I told them, there, cool. So I went. But yeah, I mean, you go back to level 1, you start over, but you still have all your crafting abilities.
Yeah, you still have your crafting abilities.
Okay.
But it's basically your combat level goes back to 1, but in the long run you have advantages. You have extra talent points and things.
Okay. So you're not just sending people back. Now, a lot of people though wouldn't mind necessarily going back and almost completely starting over, even with crafting, because I know a lot of people who are completionists or who enjoy like doing things perfect. They wouldn't mind a chance to kind of completely start over, but not quite. Like with the same character, but just a little different. So it'll be a good chance. I know you're telling truth, so how about you go and get this so-called note from Jordy. So I've got to go to Jordy and find this note because he gave me a truth poem. Now what you're seeing is interesting about the game is when I look up at the sky, there's a moment where it takes your light to adjust. I forget what that's called. It's like real life, where that's just another neat little lighting effect they added to the game recently. All right, so now I've got the quest. Do I check on my map to tell me where to go? I forget. Because I was out. I didn't read what it said completely.
Yeah, it should track on your map in the upper right-hand corner.
Okay.
It'll show you a little icon where you want to go. Oh, well, you actually don't have the quest tracked right now.
Oh, do I need to track it?
Yeah, you need it. There's a tracking bar that helps you get quests that are tracked. So if you hit J to get into your journal.
Yeah, okay.
You can find
kill 3 Felcats. Okay, Jordy, so let me track that. There we go. Perfect. So I was going the completely wrong way. So I'm looking for Jordy. Backstage.
Yeah, backstage pass.
Very cool. Oh, nice, sweet. Past the Marshall amplifiers.
Does that mean you're a musician, Bo?
I'm a drummer. Actually, I've drummed for most of my life. Actually, yeah.
Oh, right on.
So
Did you like that movie? Did you like that movie that just came out about drumming?
Which movie about drumming? Oh,
Whiplash.
Oh, yeah. But that's jazz drumming. That's like talent. I didn't have talent.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It was.
I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah, he's actually a good drummer. That kid. Yeah, he's really good.
Oh, I love just listening to the music.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's good stuff. Evil Shadow Magic took Clementine to Clancy, and the Brickbrack brothers are no lunatics. So if you're here to make straitjacket jokes about us, and I say hi to you, I don't know any straitjackets. Come on. Your brother said you found a note written in archaic bloody symbols. If you really did, I'd very much like to give the constable Duggan. So would I, except I can't because the hiding spot where I keep all my treasures has been overrun with a horde of nasty spiders. So I'm kind of skipping through this stuff, guys and girls. You don't normally have to do this. I'm just kind of doing it because, we're on a live stream, stuff like that. We usually go for an hour. If we go you can see the nice little lighting effects here. Very cool. If it goes more than an hour, that's fine as well. All right, so here's the quest here. Do a favor and kill 5 summer spiders. Look right now. This is combat. Now, what do we want to say about combat? Because you do have a class, right?
Yeah.
That actually kind of you use abilities and stuff. How would you explain combat?
Well, it's so you're a hunter,
Mm-hmm.
and you fight from afar, but the monsters don't go along with that very much.
Right.
So they're going to attack you, and then you have different. Oh, I tried to take your loot and it wouldn't let me because it's your loot.
Well, yeah. That's right.
But I think one of the cooler things about this game is that a lot of your abilities come from your gear,
Mm-hmm.
and so you can have spells and abilities right on your gear. I guess in the case of a hunter, it's feats, not really spells. But you can combine your gear together. You can combine different pieces of gear to get different combinations.
Yeah, we're not even touching that yet because that. I mean, we could if you want, but I covered that a couple years ago.
Yeah,
we
don't have to touch that.
No, we can. I'm just saying that when I was telling the viewers that this game is you can take, being that gear is kind of more of your measuring point, I guess. people will you can craft your own gear and then you can update it and stuff like that. Now you gave me a couple cool pieces here, so that's helping me right now. But I mean, if you want to talk about it, cool. While I'm killing these, but it's a really interesting system because it gives you the chance to it's kind of like class based with sandbox quality. If that would be a
Yeah, I think that's about right. So we wanted a big focus on the villaging part of the game, and that comes in through crafting. Things are all interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you shot right through Heracles.
Who is Heracles? Is that a player, right?
It's a player, yeah.
Okay.
So it's one of our playtesters on the playtester server.
Because I think.
And by the way,
Uh-huh.
we have the best community in the world. We love the community. They're great people.
I'm sure you do.
They're really nice, and they're just good people.
Very cool. Find Jordy's special hidden box and get the note from the inside. So now I'm looking for a hidden box.
Did you get all that? You got the 5 spiders?
I got the 5 spiders. It gives me an indication. I think my screen, for those who are wondering, might be a little bit dark as far as lighting because it's kind of that time of day, I believe.
No, it's because you've brought the shadow down upon this world by killing Clementine.
No way.
Although I hear you might have been cleared of that, though.
Oh wow, I did. So it is darker in here. I thought it was just a daytime or a night going into nighttime or something. Huh? Because my UI and everything's normal. Okay, well let's see. We're finding a special magic box here. Ah! This is why I'm the hero, because only I was able to find it. Oh, I kicked it open. That was awesome. I love this. This is a lot different than before. You had similar things, but this is a good introduction to everything.
Yeah, well, we have a writer now, Sarah Skavinsky, and she's written a lot of screenplays, and she's just a brilliant writer. And she's been saying all along, you need more story.
Yeah. And
I'm sort of more of a game mechanics kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just care about mechanics, but she's right. You need story.
Well,
story is everything, especially in a fantasy MMO.
Well, when you've got a sandbox,
It's invading my hidey hole.
You could skip the story and people go and entertain themselves with the sandbox qualities, or you could have the stories, and if people don't want to pay attention, they don't necessarily have to do it as well. So I like that it's giving you a lot more choice, right? But any ideas how I can figure out what this note says? I don't read blood. His fiance Clement is just fan of Hugo's engaged to Clementine. I showed him he had to sprinkle with luminosity power, which I think worked, but after this, ran upset with the note said. I will skip through this fast, everybody. Because A, I want to get through a decent amount before the hour or whatever's up, but also B, you can read it yourself. Sounds like you need to talk to Hugo. I need to talk to this sobbing down yonder. Oh. Okay, so let's go find Hugo. There he is, Hugo. Now, the lands that I'm seeing in the distance here, is that just kind of background for now for the island, or is that stuff that I can go explore like in the other world, or is the island meant to be kind of secluded from the rest of the world?
It's secluded, but it's pretty big. It's very big area, and yeah, you can go over there.
So this is Ethos Island?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on Ethos Island. As you can see, everybody, the map is pretty large. Normally when I was playing before, and correct me if I'm wrong, we used to go up here to Ardent, and we would kind of be starting and hanging out in Ardent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't even, I mean, that area alone is pretty large, so this is a pretty good sized map. So I take it, is the point, though, eventually you get off this newbie island, and we're going to go to do some other stuff.
Right.
Okay, cool. So
yeah, we'll go to Ardent, and that's the main city, and then that's where you get into a village and things like that.
Which is the part of Villagers and Heroes, which is so exciting. A village is, you're literally owning your own house. It's really, really cool. The farming's really cool. You can put these little plots to do your own. You can gather wool from sheep. My angel is gone, vanished, my sweet, sweet Clementine. Delicate little fawn. Seriously, have you met her? Hey, don't be rude. He just lost his wife, and I'm like, hey, she was a punk. Or rather, hey, I'm sorry for your grief. Oh, there you go. Okay, but I'm here on the official business. Jordy made a note says. It says, I can't even bear repeating what it says. Don't try and make me. Then perhaps you might have some extra luminosity powder. Oh, very cool. So is that a yes? Okay, so he's giving me the luminosity powder. Oh, look at the pain!
He should be an actor.
Yeah, there you go. He probably is. Speaking of which, real quick, if you noticed earlier, if you look at how my character stands, he does this kind of heroic-looking movement here. Let me turn around with a nice lighting effects and get him better. He looks a little bit more heroic. Well, in bio, this is another new. I can't even talk about it. Another new thing. If you're an older player, been playing for a while, you get these. As you're making a new character, you do this bio, and it fills out all these different parts for you, and you'll actually see this bio change as I choose my different kind of stance. I can be shy, brutish. Thought. Well, I liked scared. Here's fearful. I thought this one was fine because he's scared of everything. And so now stuff like that, is that more for fluff, like to build your character with, or does it actually affect gameplay, like if you're shy or?
It's purely cosmetic, but it's in a way it's a signal to other players in the game.
Oh, very cool.
Of what your mood is, obviously. You can switch it around.
And you can switch it on the fly, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. It's happening.
You are.
Yeah. What the devil's going on here? More people have vanished. Yes, more have vanished. I just saw them vanish. Well, I found the note as well as a way to decode it. Maybe it'll tell us something. You'll need to hold the note steady while... Oh, this will work out fine. I'm sure this... Okay, oh, good. Didn't work. But he messed it up. Oh, look at that! Woo, we're going to go to a rave. Oh, sweet. What is it? Look at my character's... he's all scared for good reason. That is wicked cool. Okay, I guess I'm going to talk to this person. That looks so good.
Listen, all.
Whoa, voice acting.
I bring a message from my master.
Ooh.
One who has lived among you for years. The time of peace.
Look at my character's scared. That's
has
perfect.
come to an end.
Oh, I clicked off him again.
Listen, I bring a message.
There we go.
The time of peace and revelry has come to an end. The shadow years are once again upon you.
Chat room, I'd rather you not share my stream on your YouTube channel so you get paid for my work. But don't worry about it. We're going to put it on YouTube after the show, I promise you. And there you go. And as soon as we're done, about an hour after, it'll be up on YouTube. And we'll share the link and everything.
Clementine has been cursed. She now dwells in a place of darkness, and she will remain. The criminal known as
Tarquin?
released from
Tarquin.
This is all stuff that... this is like all new, isn't it?
Yeah.
There must also be a relighting
Yeah.
of the torches
Kudos
of
to
the
Cameron and Sarah and the artists, of course.
Yeah.
the beasts of the world that the shadow years had. Clementine was only the beginning. No one is safe until you ply the residents of
So now you're started on a mystery to be solved.
I'm kind of tempted to tell him, if you keep taking just the Clementines first, people like that, I don't mind. So just start with the jerks. I mean, are we really worried about hurrying up if he's just going to start taking jerks left and right?
But some of these are just poor commoners
right.
here to watch the play.
Oh, that's right. You're right. I did see him. That was very... Oh, look, and it's all bright now again. That is very cool. So... This flows really well, by the way. See, I don't like how I like the fearful thing, but I don't like how he's always... Let's go back to... let's go to cool. I don't know what that means. I've never been cool. All right.
Bad.
I'm not ready for this. I took this job because Summer's Halls is supposed to be peaceful. Okay, so I'm going to claim my reward. I got some XP and some gold and stuff. Do you want to explain why if I'm questing, I'm getting XP, obviously, and you have the cash up, what's a good use for my in-game money? I'm going to use it for rent on the house, stuff like that.
Yeah, you can buy that. You can, Cameron, what's some other good things off the top of your head? You can buy what gear and stuff.
Yeah, we got like a whole auction house system and vendors, and there's a bunch of different stuff.
Very cool. And the cash shop you have is pretty darn handy. Is it up to date right now on the test server? Do you know?
No.
Okay, so we won't look at that. But it's a good cash shop.
Yeah. You can go on the live and click it and see what's in there.
How do I get out of here? There's a lady there. I do have super boots on. I wonder if they'll let me give me a buff. How do I get past? Nope. I'm gonna have to go out the old-fashioned way. Where did we come in at? You teleported me, but there must be an entrance.
You can talk to that ticket lady right there, and she'll take you out.
Okay, the ticket lady. Okay, I thought she was just at a lectern or something.
How's everything going?
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Very cool.
So what should we go to next, Cameron? Maybe Rebirth?
Yeah, we can go check out the Rebirth Temple.
Okay, yeah, because let's not get too far into this quest line. We don't want to spoil everything, but it's safe to say you have a lot of questing in the game, but there is, and I want to emphasize this always because a lot of people that follow me are sandbox fans because I'm a huge fan of sandbox fans. You can go off and build and craft and just all sorts of fun stuff if you want. So if you're not a quester necessarily, couldn't somebody go off, have some fun, and come back to the quest if they want to, or find?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, so where are we going now?
Questing is all optional.
Right. Okay. Very cool. I mean, I like questing. Everybody's scared. Oh no, that's just Armageddon. Don't be scared.
I think Cameron's going to teleport you here now.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. I am not going to right click. Oh boy. Oh, look at this place. Well, you guys and girls have done some sick work. This is good. You know, this gives it a real. Every time you've done something game, it's given it just another added dimension. So you guys should be proud. This is good.
Thank you.
I don't.
Labor of love.
Okay, well, because I'm not sure I'm enjoying running through a toilet. It's like a sewer. Am I in a sewer? Oh no, this is like a water of life. It's all pure.
It's a water of life. Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Exactly.
Look at that. Who's the old lady?
She's the goddess of rebirth.
Wow. So wait, I take it I'm running into the circle here? Because
yeah.
Okay.
So Cameron, will you guide him through this part?
I'm not able for my next rebirth. I must reach level 30.
Oh, that's convenient.
Whoa! What the? Oh, there you go. I am level 30. The benefits of knowing the dev. All right. So do I need to go back and come back in? Let's do that.
Yeah, so you're going to take all your gear off too.
Why?
It's part
You're
of the
going to be a
process.
newborn baby.
No way. Okay,
No,
everybody.
you're not going to turn into a baby. Actually,
Everybody-
that would be cool though.
Hide your eyes, everybody. In my whitey tighties. Whee! Let's do this. Do you wish to be reborn? Never mind. Nope.
Nah.
You
One
have been
life is
reborn. Oh,
awesome.
look at that. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so now, so let's say I was level 30. Why would I want to go become reborn?
So the reason you would want to be reborn is, in the long run, you end up in a better place.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like heaven or something, but no, it's because you get more talent points. You have more basically more abilities and things like that.
Okay.
Plus, you look cool. You get like a cool border around your cameo, so other people know you're epic.
Oh, right here.
plus
Yeah, there you go. It's different now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Somebody said in the chat room you thought you had to speak with the NPC and answer the questions for Rebirth. Is something different or?
Yeah, you do. We skipped that for you.
Okay.
Again, benefit of knowing the dev.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I mean, anything in this stream could be completely different, or at least somewhat different on live. This is a test server, so and you can players can always join the test server if they want to help you test out stuff, right?
Yeah, we just have a little application process you got to go through.
Okay, very cool. You have to pay $6,000. All right.
No.
So as you notice, my achievements up here are flashing. Achievement system. How do we say this? It's kind of similar to other achievements. You just go along and you achieve stuff. You can actually find achievements and specifically go after those. What I like about this achievement system, though, is it actually give you real physical rewards a lot. For example, 20 copper. But it'll flash like this, and you can just come here. You can check it. It'll actually lead you to the next one, so you're not constantly searching. So you can just here and click if you want. I really dig that. I think that's really cool. Because achievements are great, but when you have a lot of them, it can be kind of a hassle to organize them all, find them, see what your reward was and all that. So you guys have made it really clear on that. Okay, so now that I'm level 1, what's the point? Am I going to go back? Let's say I did all these quests. Is the idea that now probably I'll go and do these quests starting as a level 1 or...
Yeah, but see... But in the real case, you wouldn't have been in this zone for months or whatever. So you're coming back to an area that you're not as familiar with anymore.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Because like right now it's artificial and you're like, well, I just did that.
Right. But okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Let's say I'm a level 30 player right now in the game. I've been playing for a while. Like Catherine there in the chat room. She's been playing for a while. Oh, she's here somewhere in the game. Looks like there she is.
Yeah.
Is she invisible? Why am I not seeing her? Oh, she's sitting down. I couldn't see. But let's say you're Catherine. You come back here and you go into... Where is the rebirth found? That process. That's out in the other world, not the Newbie Island. So where would they go to do that?
It is in this. Go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah, it is in this island. We just kind of zip you there, but the access point is back in Ganymede Grove, this forest here. There's a temple back there that you can go into, and that's how you get back in there.
Right, but I mean, a current player that wants to rebirth, how do they access it? Can they come to the island?
Yeah, they can come to the island.
Okay, I see. I thought it was like an instance kind of thing. Okay, so they come to the island, they rebirth. Let's say they come back and they want to do all these. They do all these fun quests. They get back up to 30. They can rebirth again.
No, you only get one rebirth at each level. So there's 4 different rebirths: one at 30, one at 45, one at 60, and one at 75.
Oh wow!
And you can do each of those rebirths one time. So you can level to 30, then rebirth, then you have to level to 45, then rebirth, and then so on and so forth.
Well, so if they rebirth at 30 and then at the next level, which you said was what, 40 or something like that?
45, yeah.
Yeah, 45. They're going to go back to 1 and have to go back, fight back up. But I guess now each time though, if they're at 45 and they rebirth again, are they getting additional benefits above the level 30 rebirth?
They're still getting just a 5 talent point boost.
But it's each time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they get all 4, they'd have, instead of 5, they'd have 20 extra points or whatever.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to wait till later rebirth, they could do that as well. They could wait. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, that would be a smart way to do it. But and then of course, some people aren't going to want to do a rebirth, or they're only going to want to do 1 or 2.
Sure. But again, you're also considering there are some players who are level 30, and then there might be higher level players, and even if they just want to do 1, they can choose their appropriate level. All right, so that's a little bit about. What else? Do you want to say anything else about rebirth? Because I know that's a big thing about the.
I guess the other part of it, the name is not the rebirth feature, but just that we gave the game a rebirth also. So like the face of the game is better with the new GUIs and things like that.
New what?
All the GUIs are new.
GUI.
All the yeah. All the user interface stuff.
Okay, because I'm not a developer. I don't know what a GUI is.
Oh, okay. GUI. Yeah, no, we speak a word language here.
By the way, I actually do know what it is, but I'm playing so just I'm trying to ask you to explain what a GUI is.
Graphical user interface. So the UI.
Oh, GUIs.
GUI.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, there you go. I've never really heard of GUI. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, it does. And by the way, it is much sharper. I think the chat room noticed earlier that the UI is much. It feels a little bit more solid, maybe a little bit more smoother. Polished. All right, so that's Rebirth. I think next on the list we wanted to see Briny Caverns. Is that correct?
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm gonna do some stuff to you here.
Oh man, my boots are not back on. I need to put my boots back on. Give me my boots. I want to jump. So what is all this stuff you gave me here? Or you just gave me oh, never mind, something different. Let's see here. I can't remember what gauntlets I had. Okay, so are you going to teleport me?
I am, yes. Here we go.
So what is Briny Caverns?
It is a part of the storyline quest for the tutorial.
Look at that.
So it's part of solving the mystery of who's making everyone disappear.
Oh, really? Okay, very cool. Oh, this looks fantastic. Wow! Teleported again. Oh, wow, look at this. It just keeps getting better and better. This is nice. Very nice. Oh, wow. So, normally I would probably have maybe fought my way in here or found my way in here. I wouldn't have just been teleported. So you want to explain maybe the situation a bit? Ooh.
Uh-oh.
What, uh-oh?
These monsters are going to kill me.
Oh, are you not leveled appropriately? Here, noob.
You're not leveled either. You're level 1 now. You're going to have problems.
I'm level 15.
I took care of it.
Oh, the magic of Cameron.
Yeah. You might take care of your boss, Cameron.
I'm okay.
Quests are refreshed, so you do them again. Oh, it's talking about the quests. Like if you went back to level 1, yeah, all the original quests you'd be able to do again, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I have done that on a few. If you've ever been, if you're an MMO player and you've ever gone back and made an alt, for example, what can be kind of fun about it is you go back to the other areas and it kind of goes faster and you already know where the mysteries are, and it can be fun to kind of restart like that. So, very cool. All right, so what is the story here and what am I doing here? Unless there's a mystery we don't want to solve,
it's a little bit of the mystery, but it's just part of the storyline quest.
Okay, so you wanted to show off the cavern a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes,
cool, yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
Just the art and the look.
It looks
mostly.
it looks really cool. So
I think we can also. We were going to talk to you about the gathering system, which we can do here too.
yeah, definitely for that, because gathering in the game and crafting and stuff like that is just a huge part of it. What do we want to do that here, or do you want to go to like a gathering area?
We could do it here. There's some mushrooms we can pick.
Okay. Rather unseemly, by the way, nice name. His character's level 23. He'd have to get to level 30 to be able to rebirth. Yes, level 30 is the first level you can level at or rebirth
Correct.
at. Right. So
Yes.
yeah, you would need to reach level 30. Now, so how do we want to explain the gathering system then?
Go ahead, Cameron. Well,
Yeah, go ahead, Damon.
Okay, so we had basically an energy system in the game before, but we got a lot of criticism from some new players. Players that stuck around for a while realized the system was pretty good, but we just can't come up with a lot of players, so we removed the system, the energy, and switched to a different. And so energy or stamina or whatever you want to call it was used to gather, and you'd be able to do so much a day. But we removed that system so that now you can just gather and use supplies. So like for fishing, you use bait, that type of thing. And I don't know. I guess that's basically it.
Well,
But then there's different kinds of baits, so that they have different benefits and things like that.
I mean, a simple way for me to explain it would be that, as you can see here, there's different nodes that pop up. Everybody's familiar with like a crafting node or a resource node. And so as you can see, I'm clicking on it. Now, as I click on it, before I would have points in energy that would fall down, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so now I don't have that. I explained the difference there. I wasn't sure how that changed. So now I can forage forever.
Yeah, well, so if you have supplies, so like bait for fishing and for gathering mushrooms, what does it use for mushrooms, Cameron?
I'm using a scythe, so I'm using a grindstone for the scythe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so you got to keep your scythe sharp.
So what you did is you basically, instead of having an energy, I have this grindstone. The grindstone is used to keep sickles and scythe their sharpest, blah, blah. So if I click, for right now, there's 242 uses basically on this grindstone. I click on the mushroom, I use the scythe, and it goes down to 241, representing me keep it sharp. Now before that was an energy mechanic, but is the difference here that I can have more quantity of that grindstone if I wanted to?
You can have both more quantity and there's different qualities. So right now you're using a common, which is reducing your gathering time from 5 seconds down to 3 seconds.
Right.
And then later you can find superiors and premium, like different types. While you're gathering, you can find extras, and those reduce your time even farther.
I see. So, but what you did is you switched it from a kind of a character-based energy to a product-based or an item-based use.
Yes.
Yeah, like a real world with a real world analogy.
That's awesome.
And also, I mean, if you don't have a supply, you can still gather at a slower rate, so that you never run out. You never hit a wall. You never hit a wall.
So if I ran out of stones, I could still continue to use this. It would just be much slower. So you're basically, you put a baseline. This kind of came along in design whenever, and I hate to say another game, but when World of Warcraft put in rest XP, what it did is it didn't punish people for not getting rest. It just gave people bonuses for getting rest. So you have a baseline of a certain speed for gathering if you don't have grindstones. But if you do have grindstones or whatever the product is for the other, like bait for fishing and stuff, then you get a bonus. So you could be out in the wild gathering, because I used to go out and I just love picking wood, right? And so now I can pick wood. I'm like, it's cool. And now if I run out there, I'm like, I have to run back to town. I can just do it a little more slowly. Now, question though is before, for example, as people are seeing, my node right here is level 10. It's a level 10 mushroom. There's a level 15, and there's probably some other different levels around here. The levels don't affect me. It affects what I get from the node. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Although if the node's too high level, you're not going to have much success gathering from it.
Right, but I mean, you could still attempt, but it just goes pretty far down. Like,
Yeah, and you also might want to gather at something below your level just because there's a certain item that you want, you know.
right. So like right now, I'm level 1, right? So I'm pretty pathetic. I'm gathering at level 15. You're not going to see the items when it pops out there. That's when I'm a successful gathering, right? So you're not going to see that happen as much. So you're looking at level 1. I'm going to be looking for, let's say, here's a level 5. That'd be probably better to go after, right? Why am I stuck here? Uh-oh. File a bug report. All right, we're good. It is the test server, people. Give the guy a level 9 or something. No, you got to see. Now, you'll also see that since I'm since I'm gathering from a node that is closer to my level, I'm getting more XP. As my XP goes up, I'll level my particular skill, which means that I can get better nodes, which means blah, 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 right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
it ties together really wonderfully. Now, what's cool about this, that means that if you're out, this is what I like about the system, and I don't mean to talk over you guys, but it's my stream and I can do what I want. But what I like about it is I could go out with people who are higher level than me and at very least participate. I might not have as much chance, as them. I might get killed a little more, but I can still participate with other people. And that's really, that I would think that helps build community.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
And there's another feature that's pretty cool that's been in here before. It's the bounty runs. So once a day, there's certain special monsters you can go after where they're bounties, and you get a lot of bonus XP.
Right, okay.
But you can only do that once a day. And what that does is it makes players play together because the thing is they all get full XP for killing the bounty, so it's not like it's split 5 ways. It's really had a huge impact on player behavior.
Sure.
And it's built community.
Sure, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And see, so you can your UI has always been a little unusual because you're able to switch. You switch a lot between different. I think loot is automatic, isn't it? I don't have to click on the loot, do I?
You don't have to,
okay.
no.
So you can switch automatically before, but it looks like you changed the UI a little bit here as well. If I go to my crafting area, here I can switch between all my skills. As you can see, there's 8 or 9 or 10?
Yeah, there's 10 total.
10.
Is
10 plus combat.
Is ranching new?
No, that's been there.
Okay, never did ranching.
But you have to be in a house, and then you can.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But like for example, bug lore. Bug lore is an interesting skill because you'll see, let's say, like a dead log. There's not going to be many around here because this is what you'd probably use for mushrooms and stuff gathering. But let's say if I found a little dead log, I would click on it, and my guy or my character would literally go over to the log and click and look for bugs. And would locate bugs and then gather bugs or knowledge from it. So there's like different, there's fishing and typical stuff like fishing and mining, but then you have those weird ones like bug lore and stuff that are it's interesting. Do you know what I mean?
It's a different world. Yeah. It's a little different. And then the other thing is when you're looking in the bug bounds, you can get bait for fishing, and that's what you go. We're calling it the circle of life.
Right. No. Yeah. Brilliant. And then of course you earn your achievements as you get. You also have. Do you still have collections?
We don't have collections, but achievements. Yeah.
Oh, so the achievements would be you find a certain bug, whatever you could find, like.
Yeah. Okay. I guess in a way that's a collection, but yeah, you get a certain number of each. You discover them all.
Okay. Very cool.
But yeah, the circle of life. You go and you look through plants, and you might get nectar. Which you would use to find bugs with. Right. And you look and you get bugs and you find bait for fishing.
Right.
Anyway, it's a circle of life thing.
Well, I'm glad you changed it from the. I didn't mind the energy mechanic, but I wasn't a hardcore player because I just don't get a chance to be a hardcore player for almost anything, anymore. But I could see if you were playing for a long time, you ran out, you're like,
Yeah, players would hit a wall and then they'd rage quit.
So now you could.
It's like that's not good.
Yeah. So now you could really just be out here and just have a good, spend a couple hours one night just hanging out. Get you a drink, and hang out and just sit here and grind and or gather with your friends.
And, that happens.
Now, another quick question. I can't remember, do you have to have the gathering items on you, or those kind of just automatically pop up? Like, do I need a fishing pole on me, stuff like that? Or
Yeah, you start with one. So you start with all 4.
Oh, okay.
one for each, or actually, and as well for the crafting. But as you can get better versions too, so
Okay,
you can upgrade. You could even craft versions and stuff. So
I
it's pretty
believe
cool.
that you gave me this purple golden field scythe here. Probably. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That might
Oh
have-
no, I think that's just the normal one. I think.
Oh, that comes in the newbie pack, it looks like.
Is that right? Is that right, Cameron?
Yeah, depending on what realm you select as your starting realm during
Oh.
character create, you can get
Oh,
some
right.
special items.
Okay. Let's see here.
But yeah, your people are good at this. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why you have the special side.
Incredible says 50 minutes of stream. We only got spoiled the event so far. I'm not sure what you mean. If you want to rephrase that question, if you want to see anything particular, you need to ask, and maybe I can convince these guys to show you because they seem willing to transport me anywhere I want to go. But we don't want to give away too many spoilers. But if you're looking at the scythe here, though, you're going to see that, for example, this I could craft a scythe and then later work it and buff it and everything like that, and it helps. For example, this one has increases chance of lucky find by 10% and experience for gathering by 5. Lucky find means like a bonus, kind of a neat item or something like that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
okay. All right.
Yeah, some of those neat kinds of baits where they're like only 1 or 2 seconds instead of 3, so they're faster.
Okay. So that's.
And if you get a big stack of those, it's just fun to burn through them.
Oh, sure. And so that, I mean, this is barely touching the gathering system. You also have wood. You can make bows and stuff. You can. There's mining, so you can become a blacksmith, and we'll show some of that. That's part of the crafting system, which we're not probably going to get into much now. But I think we were going to look at Ardent City next.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's see. I'll
Chat room,
Cameron had it.
I think we're done for collecting now. We're kind of going over some of the newbie stuff because that's what the stream is about, is showing the stuff that has changed really in the game. But maybe if we have some time after, we'll see where we're at. He was wanting to see some gathering for appropriate level.
I'm about to teleport you if that's okay.
You have my permission.
Okay.
And now we're going to
There-
Ardent City. Is this changed?
The art's been improved. It's been reorganized a little
Okay.
bit. And then we can go see a village if you want.
Well, I'm going to show you Ardent City real quick because this is very important, because what I love about Ardent City is if you're a newbie or if you just want to hang out, you can hang out in Ardent City. There's banks, there's all that stuff like that. But there's also, whoa, what are these monsters doing here? Why are there monsters?
Oh, so this is only on the test server.
Oh,
So
they
those
level
are those guys are there to help you.
me. So this is to buff you if you want to go test out some stuff.
Yeah. So they're not really. it feels like we're in the cantina in Star Wars.
I was just going to say, I used to do a test server thing on Star Wars, the MMO, and they would give you unlimited gold stuff. It was a lot of fun. So this is how.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you're doing here is you're leveling your ability so that you can go test, because it is a test server. The lighting
Yeah.
effects, the textures, these all look really good. These look really cool. That looks like something out of Dark Crystal there. That's pretty cool. But Ardent City's fantastic because what you have is this is I guess you could say this is like the capital city, right?
It's the capital city, and the biggest thing is this is where all the players congregate. So it's the social hub.
Right. So you're in Ardent City. You come out here and hang. If you go down this way, as I was showing you before, you're going to see even more nodes. For example, there's trees, wood trees. So you're going to be able to gather your wood. You can go to the mining area there. There's bugs. You can find bugs. All this. There's fishing. All that stuff like that. And then you take all your junk. You pass through all these guys and gals who are going to update you there, upgrade you there for free. Here's where you're going to find vendors.
Vendors, yep.
Right. Here you're also going to find a guy at a lectern. I don't know what that's about. You're going to find extra vault space, which you can unlock. Test server, I don't know if you guys have got it all unlocked. No, you've still got to buy it, but it's a test server. So you're going to find additional space there. Excuse me. And
This
then,
is the auction house guy here. That's what he's doing there.
Oh, the lectern
The
guy.
lectern, yeah.
Okay. And of course
It's the champion.
on the
It's champion.
live server, you're going to find a lot more players and stuff. This is a test server, so it's a little empty right here.
Yep.
But then you've got the most important stuff is all the crafting. Where am I going? Why am I missing it? I'm over here.
Oh yeah, it's over on this other
Yeah, I
side.
was getting the wrong thing here. And crafting is interesting because you basically made it really simple, deceptively simple, which is the best way I think to approach the sandbox. You can do all this stuff where you add all this junk and blah blah blah, and it just kind of becomes noise. But this, you keep it pretty simple for the crafting. You literally just click on a crafting station, and then you're going to have the different. It's going to show you the recipes. It's going to show you if you have what it takes. Once you
Right.
have what it takes, you simply make it. Or what's changed here? Anything? It's a little different.
No. Well, so before crafting used energy, and now it doesn't require energy, so you can just make it without energy. So people never get stuck. That's the main idea.
You're wanting people just to grind for unhealthy amounts of time. I get it.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing, the comment we got from players that really hit home that didn't want the energy was, I really want to play your game. Why won't you let me play it?
You know, we talked about this off the air or whatever. I have zero problems with energy mechanics. I think they're a good idea. Sandbox games for years were using stamina, and people said, that's realistic. And, you know, that's cool and hardcore. But as soon as you call it energy, people flip out. But,
no, I know.
But I do understand... it's Saturday night, you're hanging out, you got your glass of wine or Kool-Aid kids, and you're playing, you know, and you just want to sit there and play for a few hours. You don't want to get interrupted, so I can understand that. Here's a person using the blacksmithing skill over here. See, so you use these little nodes, and it'll actually just as simple as that. You just will find what you need, your recipe, and it's going to tell you if you have it. Now, where was we showed this last time, before we show the housing here, where's the person who changes your equipment, the gnome,
augmentation.
Gnome person.
Over this way.
Gnomey Pants, or whatever his name is. This is really cool because augmentation.
Gnomish augmentation.
Right.
Yes.
There you go.
It was invented by a gnome. What was the gnome's name again?
Gnome Regard.
That's
Are you asking me? Because I have no idea.
I was asking Cameron, but you can decide. Yeah.
I'm going to show this literally how it goes. This is as simple as you can get, and it's really cool. And it'll show. I like how it shows everything. When I go to the doctor, for example, I went to the dentist recently to get my annual checkup. She said my teeth were beautiful, by the way. But anyway, I went to the doctor, and I want to know the cost up front. I don't want to have to sit there and guess all this stuff. And that's what I like about your UI. You're like the doctor. You tell me what I need to know. She prints it out for me. Okay, so you're going to put the item that you're going to augment.
2 items in, 1 item out.
There you go. Perfect. And it has to be the same
like
kind.
Thunderdome. 2 go in, 1 comes out.
You just aged yourself. That's all right. You have to.
That's right. They're like, what do you mean, Mad Max? Huh?
Yeah, I forget. It has to be the same kind of item. Let's see. I don't think. Here, I have 2 boots. Let me do that.
You should have 2 bows, too.
Oh, that's right. Let me do bows.
It's appropriate you chose a hunter, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure you've heard that before.
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let's see.
So you picked... Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, so you put your bow, you put your other bow, and then what it's going to do is it's going to show you the result here. Now, I'm not going to do this and stuff like that. You can put feats down here. Feats are basically...
Yeah, special abilities.
Right. Will height affect the gameplay? I'm not sure what you mean by height.
No. It's a character choice at the beginning of the game.
Oh, right. You mean your character creation.
Yeah, you can be short or tall.
Oh, I see. Yeah. No, it doesn't seem to affect it at all. You might get poked fun of a little bit more than others, but so you drag your feet. So you basically say, "Here's what I'm going to use to kind of put his buffs on here," and then you hit it, and that's pretty much it. But it'll show you everything that's combined and everything like that. That's so you can find different weapons. Would this be proper to say that it's a good way to keep the same look for a certain weapon?
Yeah, you can do appearance and as well as abilities.
Okay.
So, like the best.
Hey, dude, you just got really big.
The best gear in the game would be something where you got some gear from crafting. You got some gear from defeating big lair bosses, and also some just good random gear, and you augment it all together into one piece of gear.
Okay, sorry, I was playing around with the giant and I got stuck.
Oh my goodness!
I'm stuck in your bench. Help me! Yeah, teleport me.
Who is that?
I don't know who got giant there. That was cool.
That would be somebody with abilities.
It is the test server, by the way. Okay, so that's just a little bit about the crafting, about the augmentation. Sorry, you have to say augmentation or people make fun of you. Fantastic. Ardent, if you're in game, go to Ardent City. It's all organized there. All right, so let's look at last thing before we go here, housing, which of course is the villages and the villagers and heroes. Are you going to teleport me or are we going to go?
You can just run up here. Or you can do it if you want, Cameron, that's fine.
Yeah, go ahead and teleport me. There is a giant.
Well, we'll have to walk there because we can't teleport to a village.
Oh, that's right.
Good point.
I forget where it's at. Look at my
Here, I'll teleport you to me.
Okay, so you come up to the little village area just like this. This person will tell you, by the way, there is click to move in the game. I think I might have it turned off right now. I might have it turned off. But you go into the now villages are instanced, but they're similar to a neighborhood in other games maybe, where you have a group of houses that are instanced together. All right, which village are we going to go to?
Irish Glen.
Irish Glen. So
Yes.
what you can do whenever you come up to a village selection screen like this, it's going to tell you population 51 out of 61. So that means 10 people can move in here. It'll say if you can settle in here. Again, your UI shows everything you need to know, which is fantastic. You go to the village. It's that simple. You can get yourself a house. You do have to pay rent in the form of gold, correct?
Yeah, but it's a pretty small amount. It's mainly just to make sure you're still active so that people aren't living in ghost towns without... Oh!
In ghost towns without... Ooh.
Yeah, well, somebody teleported next to you and she shrunk herself.
Yeah, I saw that. And they also... Somebody, I guess... you know what would be awesome is you could be giant all the time. Okay, so this is a village. As you can see, absolutely pretty. Quite a bit larger than a lot of people expect. Each one of these houses are player-owned houses. So you buy the plot. I've got a license that they gave to me. The license can be bought in the cash shop?
Yeah, although you can also just get one for in-game items. It's really easy.
Right. And
we just wanted to make sure people were interested before they just moved in and then moved out.
Right,
know?
you don't want ghost towns like you said.
Yeah, no ghost towns.
So you're like, oh wow, there's a dog attacking me. Hang on one second, real quick.
Huh.
With a stick. I'm fine. I used my cell phone as a bludgeon. All right, so as you can see, Jomo's house, Toriel's house, Toriel the elf from Lord of the Rings or whatever. This is a good example here. This player has decided to grow some really pretty rock blooms. So this is going to be using their skill. What would that be? I guess farming or something?
Gardening.
Gardening, I'm sorry. Here is a
gardening.
sheep. You can have a sheep in your little house, and this is really super cute. My magic boots they jump too high.
They are pretty high.
Yeah, when you have a sheep, you'll actually gather wool from that sheep. Then you can take that sheep's wool, and you can use it at a loom or whatever, and create string and I think an airbag for cars. I can't remember, but there's different recipes you can make. So as you can see, these are all player-owned houses. You just got to find an empty plot. Where's an empty plot? Let's see if I can find one.
Well, we have one for you.
Oh, do you? Okay, very cool.
Because we had to search around, so just kind of follow me.
Oh, there you go.
Cameron, am I going the right way?
I'm not sure where you went.
These are super pretty. These I really like these.
Yeah, these are all player choices on everything. So.
Yeah, you can adjust the house. Now you don't go inside the house and decorate it yet.
Not yet.
Right. Hey, you
dot.
You wanted to use that voice. That's fine. I wasn't gonna say it because I didn't know.
Cameron, why don't you lead us down to the thing? I don't want to get us lost.
Okay, here. I'll take us there.
I'll take us there. It's a good song. If you have any questions, by the way, everybody, we're only going to be going for probably 10 more minutes or so, so you make sure you get your questions in now, because if you ask them after the stream, I'm just going to laugh at you.
Oh, the other thing about the villages is they have community projects. So you can build better crafting stations than what you find in the city of Ardent, so that give your better boosts to your gear and stuff. So you can build your own blacksmith, you can build your own tailory, but the players all work together by contributing items to it. If that makes sense.
No, right? Yeah, it's a good way for players to kind of have a project. Now, you don't have to do it if you don't.
Right,
want
you don't have to. But if you want to contribute, you can. There's also like a fishing pond that you can stock with fish, and then you can fish directly from it in the village.
Now, where I'm at now, this is an extended area.
Yeah.
What, you have to have a special license for this?
Yeah. Go ahead, Cameron.
It's one of the village projects, so a village can work together to open up a district. And right now there's 2 districts.
So this is one of them.
Yeah, so this is Lakeside.
Yeah, so it's like an addition. It's not necessarily turned on by default with a new neighborhood, right?
No, yeah, it's locked at first.
Okay, so how do I do this? Click on this.
Yep.
It will cost 1 house license. Rent for this house will be 10 silver. Is that a week?
I think it's every 2 weeks or a month.
Okay, all right. You guys we'll think it's just a month. All right, so let's do this. I just purchased a house. I'm now a homeowner. If it was only that easy, as in real life. Now, once you purchase a house, no, they gave me the license earlier. I didn't, I'm on the test server. I had a housing license to me. These are now my plots. So I have a gardening plot and a bald sheep plot. Now, the sheep will grow his fur, and then I can.
Yep.
It's so sad.
I know. Poor little cold sheep.
Let's cover the sheep first. If I wanted to put more animals in here, what do I do?
There's a sign behind you, and you click on it, and then there's different options.
Okay.
Although your skill's probably too low for you to get more, but as you level up in ranching, there's all kinds of things you can get. You can get basic things like chicken and pigs.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing about pigs is they don't die when you harvest bacon from them. You just rub their belly.
I was gonna say, yeah. What do we have? The slaughterhouse?
No. You just rub their belly,
Aw.
and bacon comes off.
And they just sneeze bacon at you everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
If life were that kind. So what's cool again is you give everything for the player that they need it here. If they need a green brush, a flute, flute. Oh, the charm farm animals. Okay, and then it tells you what it's used for.
Well, yeah, because they like to be entertained, so they'll grow their fleece more quickly if you play them a song.
Let's see if I have it. I don't know if I have one on me. If I'll buy one real quick. So if I want to click on the
You
sheet.
can feed them treats and things like that too.
See, I'm petting him right now.
Yeah, he looks happy.
So there's an animal husbandry element to the game. Now he needs food. Okay, I see. So his little thought. So there's like a little bit of a virtual pet option as well with the game. Very cool. And this you can fill up, and then you can use them to gather and stuff like that. And then you can go to your villages. Workstations and work and everything like that. I think I asked you this before. Did you find that players were segmenting or kind of hiding away in these villages, or were they still going out in the real world? And you know what I'm saying? Did it hurt the population in the game? Or
Well, we had to do a little bit of work to avoid the ghost town thing.
Okay.
So what we did was made it so that if you leveled your crafting facilities up in your village, then you could still craft in Ardent and get the same benefits.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
So we would then that way players could still be social and say, hey, I want to talk to my friends, and so I don't want to be off in my own village because they happen to live in a different village.
Player asked earlier, by the way, if you do Rebirth, you don't lose your house license. All that stays the same, right?
Correct. You don't lose it. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So if you want to plant, you simply take your seeds, drag it to a plot, bloop, and I have a plant. Now, what I'll have to do is I water, and there's skill involved. As I level my skill, what's the advantage there? I'm opening myself up to better and better plants, but am I also getting better at, taking care of them?
Yeah, exactly. And so when you're growing plants, you can grow for different reasons. If you grow flowers,
right?
Those are a good way to make gold. You can sell those for money. There's other plants that are exotics that are really good for just gaining XP. So you can sort of decide, well, what do I want to focus on? And of course, some of the plants are used in recipes for making things. Like, for instance, pumpkin pies give you an experience bonus.
Right, of course.
As in real life, of
course.
Yeah. I
often eat a whole pumpkin pie before I write anything. There's a nice shot of the new lighting. Look at that lighting. Isn't that fantastic? What's cool about it is you'll actually see the sun and the moonrise. Just beautiful. All right, here's the housing stuff. Again, really nice and simple, but yet lots of options. You can pick your different looks here. Buy with gold. Let's not do that. Let's see if we can find, what's the free one here? I think you just start off with a freebie. So to really change, you've got to have a little gold and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, in-game money, not item shop money. You can do it the other way too.
Oh, here, I can actually change it a little bit through my menu, right? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not let me do it. It's not changing anything.
Let's see.
You probably just don't have any other styles unlocked. There's a lot of different styles that get unlocked with like achievements that are tied to the achievement system. So
here I can just do the standard rustic, and then should be able to change that. Let's see here. Yeah, so as I hit randomize, you're going to see you can change your base, the colors, blah blah blah. I think here's the paints you can change, architecture. You can change quite a bit just with the very basic house. Now, if you wanted to as well, this was what I liked before, is prepay. How far in advance can you prepay?
I think it's 2 weeks. Is that right, Cameron, or is it a month? I can't remember.
You can pay up to a month in advance.
Yeah, because you don't want people to pay a year and never. You're just doing the opposite of Ghost Town, which is a ghost town that looks like it's lived in. So, yeah, which is really cool. So you can prepay if you don't think you're going to be around for a while, if you just don't want to mess with coming back and paying the rent or whatever. So if this is an individual house, is there a guild type of house or a larger or something more advanced for Is it called a guild when people form a group together?
Yeah, we have guilds, but the village is basically the equivalent of a guild house.
Okay.
In other words, you go to your village, but the only thing is you can't exclude people from it, like you could in a guild house, for instance.
Well, I guess you could just say, hey, we're all going to buy out this area or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, right. So yeah.
Right.
But other people can still go visit your village and say hi and stuff
Well,
like that.
I mean, how antisocial do you need to be? You know, it's like, come on. You don't need to
Well, I
lock
guess
everybody out.
Yeah, I guess it depends, you know. If you're the kind of person that goes around killing famous actresses, then maybe.
Oh, okay. It took me a second there. I was like, I'm not talking about like real life people. Okay. I was looking around there for a second. I got stuck. So that's a little bit about the Villagers and Heroes. We didn't even cover questing in the world. You can go out and you can attack monsters. You can grind out skill. So there's a lot of other options. Is there anything left that you guys wanted to make sure to mention before we closed out the stream here? And by the way, chat room, if you have any questions, you better holla now because you're not going to get a chance ever because they're selling the game and quitting right now. I'm just kidding. Kidding. So if you have any questions, holler. But is there anything else you guys wanted to holler about?
Cameron, did we miss anything?
I don't think so. I think we got a pretty good cover.
Look how pretty.
That was good. I can't believe we got all that done.
Well, you sent me the
Went through
list,
a
and
lot of stuff.
I thought
Yeah.
this is awesome. Let's work for me. But I'm glad we got it all. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. We'll probably we'll have to do some other live streams later as well. I love the game. I'm glad to see it's rebirthing as well because that means you're always moving forward. If you want to try the game, where should they go?
Villagersandheroes.com.
Okay, and it's absolutely free. There's no sign up cost or anything, right?
That's correct. Absolutely free.
Free to play, supported with the cash shop and some other stuff. The cash
That's
shop is a
right,
lot of
yeah.
fun. The cash shop's not full on test, so I'm not going to show that to you right now. But if you have any other questions or you want me to cover anything as well, maybe I can get these guys back on the stream to cover some other topics. Send me a tweet at beau_hindman. You can also go to my website where the website honestly is just my entire life history from when I was born till now, and I'm not exaggerating. It's a project I have to digitize everything in my life. So if you're curious about my writings from my past gigs, they're all on there. You can use the search bar. But send me a tweet if you want to see anything else. Guys, thanks for doing this. This is a lot of fun. I'm so proud that you're continuing to do this because the game just keeps getting better and better. So it's really really good to see.
Thank you, Bo.
Yeah.
This is
thank you.
fun. I love hanging out with you.
Very, very cool. Oh, when does this launch, the Rebirth thing?
Within the next week, possibly later this week. Very soon.
Okay. So if you wanted to test it, go for it. I would just be patient because whenever something new is coming out and I get a chance to beta or something like that, I often don't really like it because I don't want to spoil the, you know what I'm saying? I want to just wait. If it's this close, I would probably wait. But if you want to do the test thing, you can go sign up and fill out the application thing and see if you can get in. But all right, thanks guys. Well, let's see everybody next time. Have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.